Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Everyone keeps sending us this and telling us you have to watch it. We know how much you like Cakra Khan, and have we exchanged a few DMs with him?
Well, I have spoken to him, and actually he
was
wasn't
quite nervous,
too
wasn't he?
he wasn't too sure about coming to the podcast, and it was fine. It's completely all right.
Yeah,
But
tell him to come on. He's just very apprehensive, I think, of his English. But his English is fine. He's just in America. He's probably picked up even more. I'd love to have him on the podcast.
I must say the fact that I'm such a fan of his work has really helped the idea of like the international aspect. I'm so hard rooting for the guy.
He is my pick for
Me
AGT.
too.
Anyways,
He's my pick too.
give it a watch then. Let's see what this is about. It's James Blunt.
What a great song. Great song. What I love about him is that he can personalize the songs so much that is like his tracks. Like you never heard it from the original artist before.
Yeah, very personalized.
You see what I mean?
Before they turn off the lights, I'll read you your wrongs on your right.
He's done so many damn videos in this room.
Time has gone.
I think that's his room.
Yeah.
I'll tell you good night, close the door. Tell you I love you once more.
What a song.
Time has gone.
Beautiful lyrics.
So here it is.
I love James Blunt as a lyricist.
I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive. No need to forget.
Wow.
I know your mistakes and you know mine.
So he's, wow, very cool.
While you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes?
That is
So he's
such
experimenting with different sort of...
great take.
That's very cool to see, right? Because it's very, very recognizable. Like the sound Cakra has very recognizable, and you sort of, if you've been a fan for a little while, you kind of know obviously what the sound is and what you're going to get if he's going to do covers. But I think this is probably one of the first times where I've seen him sort of experiment in this aspect of perhaps let's take the raspiness away and let's give a different intent to deliver the purpose of the lyrics.
I actually think the contraction, like how he is using the larynx in this specific place, it's a combination of a ton of usage. So like he's probably done the song a few times.
Yeah.
And this is the worn out sound of the larynx, as well as mixing it with a falsetto that gives this like really cool like Doppler effect, because it's raspy and is constricted, but at the same time you have that falsetto edge that is really light, really breathy, and I have absolutely no idea how can he consistently repeat that. It's fabulous though. It is so gut-wrenching.
He doesn't lose his voice.
No,
His technique has
it's
always
great.
is stable enough to have many years of a career.
Be afraid.
And you see, it's off, completely off.
It's my turn to chase some monsters away.
You see, it's such a great freaking idea. What a fabulous take.
Oh, well, I'll read a story to you. Only difference is this one is true. Time has gone.
He makes you pay attention to the lyrics.
Father, your clothes on the chair.
That's what that unique voice does.
I hope you sleep well, don't be scared. Time has gone, so here it is. I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine.
Wow. Ooh.
While you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes?
Wow.
Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters. Sleep a lifetime.
Fabulous.
Yes, then breathe.
Wow, man, what the...
The last word. You can feel my hand on your arm.
Very nice.
I will be the last one, so I leave the light on.
God, man, I hope he does so well.
Let there be no darkness in your heart. I'm not your
Because he can
son.
modulate it really well.
You're
That's probably why
not
he's been
my
so...
brother.
such a long career.
We're just two grown men saying goodbye.
He can switch it on and off.
That's the beauty about that. Like
Yeah.
that climax, those 16 bars there, where it's like the peak of the song, and everything has gone from raspy, constricted vocal folds to absolutely clean tone,
Very
to
clean.
absolutely fabulously well anchored belts, and he still maintains the color and the distinct sound of his voice,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, and it doesn't lose emotion, it doesn't lose
The
intention.
contrary.
It actually amplifies it, which is so beautiful. I like that about him. I like that his mixture of techniques allow him to play with different textures in his vocal that I find that are really detrimental done in other genres, and even in another environment. It's really hard to find that experimenting period that doesn't damage the vocal folds to the point where you can get to this, where you're able to switch it on and off, put it in specific parts, and really capture the emotional intent of the song per se. I
The
love...
funny thing is that probably if you ask him, he'll probably say like...
I don't know, just do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It sort of just came natural for
Yeah.
him, which would be obviously, it's quite hilarious. But if you were to encourage anyone, I guess he's also another example of that. If you were to encourage anyone to sort of try to do what he does, it would end up actually causing damage
Definitely, yes.
to their larynxes.
You have to be very careful.
Because like
in
over
order-
growling or over.
It's a constriction.
yeah.
It's a full constriction. So in terms of technical explanation, you have false folds and the true folds inside of your larynx. So two sets of tiny muscles that they kind of work separately, but they often can work together too. So what happens when you hear the growl is that the false folds that are on the outside of the true folds, they bring a lot of that tension into the true folds. So there's really little space for them to vibrate with the air. So what happens is that when you create retraction, you open the false folds and there is clean space for the true folds to vibrate with the air. And that's the clean tone or the big belt that you're hearing without any sort of disruption in the sound.
It's like when you grab a water hose and then you put your finger on it and you add
No,
tension.
it's like when you like try to squeeze it. You just try to squeeze the hose, and then you're not letting a lot of the water come out, and then you're releasing the hose. That's what the true folds, the false folds are doing.
Ah, okay,
So you're
okay.
creating constriction and retraction. It takes a lot of years of practice, and in order to create a really strong constriction that creates that growl, that gravelly
Raspy.
voice, that raspiness, can often create a lot of nodules in the true folds, because there's a lot of friction. There's not a lot of space for them to move freely.
Nodules equals bad, equals operation, changes the way you sing.
Don't forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know my heart. Why you slipping? I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Oh, cry? Oh, he's dead. Oh wow, okay.
Fuck's sake, this playlist stuff. But that's his father?
That was his dad.
I miss you, father. Oh, come on, man.
I was
Jesus.
not ready for the emotional.
So that's why people wanted us to see it.
roller coaster. What are you on?
God bless to all the fathers in the world. Is it perhaps because it was Father's Day in
Maybe.
Indonesia?
Yeah.
So funny how different parts of the world have it on different days. Like here in Britain, it's different to how it
No,
was in.
Father's Day is the same in Britain as it is in America. And I
But
think-
Mother's Day fucking isn't.
No, Mother's Day is in March here for some reason.
Yeah.
And in America it's in May.
What a beautiful bloody song.
I'm telling you, James Blunt is an incredible lyricist, but his version feels like he wrote it. Like this is his story, and to a certain extent, it is. Like it is true to him.
It's when you realize they're so lucky to have a father
Yeah.
that's still obviously alive and kicking, you know. But yeah, fantastic. I guess we went super technical with this, but it is super interesting.
It is the beauty of it, really.
I find him so enigmatic in the way he sort of approaches singing. So let us know what you guys thought about it. And,
My heart is shriveled a
go
little bit.
show your family love. 'Cause
Yes,
you never
hug
know.
your dad.
Goodbye.